Hi, everyone. I noticed that Joe suddenly, it was a late announcement from Joe that he's unavailable today. So I guess the first thing we should discuss is what we want to do in the meeting today.
Oh, hi. I believe we have. Hello.
Hello. It sounds like somebody's having some technical difficulties. Oh,
I think Simon.
Simon, can you go on mute? Hello? Okay. No.
Yeah. Simon, can you?
Yeah, the one time I'm logged in as Paul and not OPI host, I can't mute him.
Okay.
Hi. Sorry, I was speaking before, but maybe something went wrong because I couldn't hear.
Yeah, your mic was bad. All we heard was muffles.
I'm very sorry about that. I hope it's better now. As I'm sure many of you are aware, Joe's not available today, so I was using my bad mic to suggest that we figure out if we have any agenda items, and I will write them down. We can discuss them.
I actually have a couple of agenda items,
Sure.
but I don't know if we have a full audience here to review them.
Okay, but maybe we can write them down, and then we can carry them to next week if we decide not to discuss them.
Okay. Well, the first one is that the TSC working group needs help with the Pensando card that we have. We need support on it. We're having issues bringing it up, and we need somebody from Pensando to provide functional support with the card. So that's sort of the first one. And the second one is we need to decide what the next set of summits are that we're going to attend to talk about and analyze the work that we're doing for OPI, explicitly the work that we're doing with the TSC working group. And third topic that we want to cover, or that we'd hoped to cover, was that we had made a proposal last week for a firmware change for each of the vendors, and I was looking for status on that. I'm a little concerned that it didn't get to everybody because I sort of realized kind of late in the game that proposal got to the wrong email address. But I can resend it out to everybody on the TSC today if folks are interested. But we made a proposal essentially to update the firmware for each card vendor, because as an effort to add something to the DH client file, it needs a specific SCTP information to connect to the correct SCTP server. And those are the three action items that I had to discuss today.
Thank you. As promised, I made a note of them. I guess at least the first one we can discuss if there's someone from Pensando here.
Yeah, so we do have quorum, so we can go ahead and discuss. Yeah.
But let's just quickly ask, did anyone else have any other topics to add to these?
I had one topic today that's on the another internship that's proposed by Boris.
Sure.
Okay. So, Laura, do you want to start first, or how's it?
Sure, no problem. Simply put, I just need somebody from Pensando to reach out to Boris and Marcia because they're having problems with the card, with the Pensando card. That in and of itself isn't it? I mean, obviously it's a complex conversation, but it's not necessarily a complex conversation for this call. They didn't give me the specific technical details of what they're running into. And my gut check is it's probably a conversation that's better served in a different forum. But if there is somebody from Pensando on the call, can I help coordinate that conversation?
I'm afraid we don't have anybody
From
call.
Pensando today. Okay.
No,
And then
no, we don't. Sorry, Lava.
it's okay. Does anybody know who I should be reaching out to from the Pensando team for support on this?
If I'm right, it's Vipin, right, Paul? Vipin Jain.
Yeah, that would be my guess, Sridhar. It would be Vipin.
Yeah, it'd be Vipin. Sorry, finding my mute button.
And then the second thing that I had brought up was what's the next series of summits that we want to attend? We probably need to track that and start discussing that as a community, not just in the PSC working group. Ideas, thoughts?
Yeah, Outreach Group has thought that the open source summit in the US is the next big one that we ought to attend.
Okay.
And try and support, but we haven't gone any farther than saying that's probably the next one. There is an open source summit in, I can't remember, maybe it's Vienna or something like that, but we realize that's probably not in the cards, but something closer to home. The next open source summit closer to home is probably where we want to go.
Where is that open source summit? I think we talked about it in San Jose.
I can't remember if it's San Jose or if it is.
No, I think Paul, Open Source Summit North America was over in Seattle in April. Are you referring to? I think you're.
Okay. Maybe it was OCP.
Are you referring to
KubeCon
North America?
No, not KubeCon, but maybe it was OCP. When is OCP?
Oh, OCP Global. That's in October. That's in October in San Jose.
Yeah. All right.
October
so
in San
OCP
Jose.
Global.
Yeah.
All right. Probably the next one. All right. Then we'll talk about that again. It's just my action item for the PSC working group. What are our next summits? It sounds like we need to start talking. We need to start thinking a little bit more tightly with you guys, Paul.
Yeah. Okay. And it's at the point where I believe they're accepting calls for paper for OCP.
You want to talk
so
about that? Do you want to work on that offline with me this week?
Sure. Okay. We can do that.
Do that one on Thursday or this afternoon. I need to move our one-on-one, actually. Apologies about that.
Okay.
I'll handle that as well.
Sounds good.
The third thing was that I sent out a request for everybody to update their DHC client or their GH clients in their with their communities or with their companies, and I was looking for status on that. But today might not be the day for that. We might need to pull that forward to next week. And Sridhar, are you sending out notes today, or is somebody else sending out notes?
Which one on
Simon?
No, I'm writing down the notes while you're speaking. You can see my screen, right? I'm assuming you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes. I also have notes which I will send.
Okay. So Simon will update these notes also while I'm taking down.
Yeah, I will do it afterwards.
I was just asking. I'm asking because I need somebody to disseminate the request if Joe hasn't done it. So I need to know who I need to send the specifics of the request to, because I sent them to Joe last week, but I think I sent them to the wrong email address. And so I resent them yesterday, and I don't know if he has it, but it was an action item that was supposed to fall out of last week's meeting. So I wanted to make sure it got followed up on.
So
I would suggest to contact him on Skype.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually my specific question is anybody sending out notes today? And if someone is sending out notes today, would you be so kind as to please disseminate the request that I had made last week that was probably not sent by Joe because it got to the wrong person?
We usually just keep the notes in the wiki.
Yeah, so we don't send it out to everybody, Laura. We just put it in this wiki, and everybody.
I'll follow up with Joe. I'll
Okay.
follow up with Joe. Thanks, guys. I appreciate
Thank
it. I don't have anything else.
Okay. So can I bring up the topic on the internship, the next one?
Go for it. Is this a second internship, or is this
Correct.
about filling the first one?
No, second internship. So I'm
Okay.
putting the link in the chat window because this Boris proposed the second internship. If we start in July 1st, by end of this year, we will have both these features in our repos. So this will be basically enhancing the existing SDTP client with additional features. So yeah, for secure device onboarding for DPU and IPUs. And we have these links here and what are the learning objectives and outcome will be basically as current SDTP client code we have, right? That will be enhanced to include the additional features. The skill will be Golang. So similar to last week approval, my request from the TSC members in the call today, if anybody has any objection with taking up this internship program, this project as part of the internship program. So whoever is present in the call, Laura, do you have any objections? Or Tim?
I have no objections.
Yeah, no, I have no objections.
Oren, Mircha?
Can you send some details on that so I can?
Yeah, I have put in the chat window the link to this. Yeah, so. Oops. Let me too many things. How do I? Okay. Yeah.
So can you repeat? Do you mean for the same intern to do this job and the other one?
No. It's a different intern. We'll be bringing in different intern to do work on this one. So this project will be done by a different intern from the previous project. The previous project will be on the monitoring. The DPU is writing a Telegraph agent for that, right? And the Grafana dashboard. So that's a different project and different skill set. This will be a different project, and a different intern will be working on this one.
Got it.
Satananda?
Yeah, I have no objections.
Okay. Simon, the last one.
I'm fine. No objections.
Okay. So then I think I'll go ahead and initiate this activity. The goal is because we have another 3 weeks. I was thinking we complete the internship onboarding process in the next 3 weeks. And if the interns, both the interns start in July, we should be able to completing both these projects by end of. If they do it full time by October, we should be having it. If they do it part time by December, we should be having it. Okay. That was from the internship from my side. Anybody else have any other topic?
So I just wanted to mention that I put into Skype some information about the demo that Red Hat and Intel jointly made at the recent Red Hat Summit, which was an IPU DPU demo to run containers of the DPU. It's a 6-minute YouTube video. I recommend it to everyone.
Correct. So this is the one, right?
Yep. I think it's probably better to hold off a discussion of it until Joe returns.
Yeah.
Which incidentally, I will be unavailable next week, and Donald has offered to fill in for me.
Okay. Any other topics from anybody? So just we got the code for from the Dell server with the Bluefield 3. We have started processing it that. So Mircha, I need a okay from you if we can proceed with that. I shared the quotation also to you. Oh, oh, I didn't get anything from that. Did anybody get it? I'm sorry. Was it only for me or?
No, it was garbled for me as well.
Sorry, Mircha. I think I think maybe you're traveling or something. Your voice is breaking. Okay. Maybe if you can respond just to the email. Okay, then if no other topic, then we'll give back your 40 minutes then. Thank you very much, everybody. See you next week then.
Thank you.
Okay, the follow-up email I sent the follow-up email with the code. There are 2 emails I sent. Okay. Okay. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you.